Yu Yabuchi is a shoujo mangaka who has been creating for decades. Known for writing straightforward, easily digestible genre work like Mizuiru Judai or Tsubomi's Secrets, you know what to expect when picking up one of their series. They've recently started a new work called Uesugi Wants to Quit Being a Girl. Kisuke Uesugi is a short, effeminate middle schooler who has a crush on Noel, a fellow classmate and childhood friend. They've drifted apart over the years, and Noel barely looks in Uesugi's direction nowadays. One day, Kisuke eavesdrops on Noel's conversation and learns that she thinks he's not only really cute, but would look even better as a girl. Oh, Noel is also into Ito, a mutual childhood friend and classmate who happens to be the shonen ace of the series. Cause of course, there has to be some form of love geometric crap happening in this manga. Anyway, Kisuke stops by a shrine on the way back and prays to be more desirable to Noel. But his greed gets the best of him, and divine intervention grants Kisuke attractiveness, alright. He swiftly becomes a girl, and that's when all the hijinks begin. Uesugi-kun Wants to Quit Being a Girl feels like a real time capsule. If you told me that this was a remake of an earlier 90s manga, I would fully believe you. In so many ways, it reads like every other shoujo of that era. And that's not so bad, especially because 90s shoujo moved as fast as shonen did of the time. But it does come off a bit, sitcom-esque. The god who transformed Uesugi, Tobishi Himeno, is written like a Kosuke Fujishima character. Tobi-kun can't turn Uesugi back into a boy for convoluted plot-related reasons, so Uesugi decides to live on as a girl. When Uesugi goes bra shopping, she encounters Noel also picking up some frillies, and rightfully freaks out. I was a bit caught off guard by the fan service in this manga. Do you know how fucking rare it is to see fan service in a shoujo manga with a school subtext? Pause. No, but really, there's a decent amount of it in the early chapters. It's another bright example of how obvious it is for some veteran mangaka to stick out amongst newer authors. Yabuchi's work may be jarring for you if you have yet to inundate yourself with classic era manga. The art for this series will definitely be an acquired taste. This is dated shoujo through and through. Even though this series is done digitally, you can tell that the mangaka learned in an era far gone. The characters are very bashonen. The humor blends between slapstick and chibi often, and there's nothing too crazy or modern happening with the paneling. In fact, I'm reminded of Yasuki Tanaka's pen when reading this manga. Horikoshi is another mangaka that comes from that particular era, and I get mid-period My Hero vibes from the dialogue of Uesugi-kun. Otaku will be able to point out the similarities on sight. If you aren't an otaku, you may be put off by the panty shots and random groping. Oh man, the story moves at a very fast pace, which is, another modern touch that is pressing through this series. I think the blending of 90s era manga tropes in a modern setting is done by design. For example, no one in Uesugi's class is freaked out by him showing up as a girl, and much like Ruri Dragon, the story focuses on everyday tribulations that preteens would go through instead of how fucking insane it is that a human being was able to change their physiology due to a god's wish. But the cutesy close-ups are what the reader should be focused on here. This is a surprisingly good manga. Perhaps I'm the intended demographic for this one. I'm not sure. Uesugi-kun Wants to Quit Being a Girl is a body swap shoujo manga for otaku who remember when you could be into a series without having to ponder what market it was developed for. During the 90s, body swap was a very popular trope in media. Every series used it, from Cardcaptors to Dragon Ball. Shoujo was also very popular, for reasons that are too long and too many for me to explain here. But this manga is inspired by those timeless series and writing devices while unabashedly being a shoujo. If you're looking for an actual good shoujo, then I highly recommend this to you. It doesn't feel like other modern shoujo, which I personally think a lot of them are mostly shit. But despite familiar aesthetics, it doesn't look like a vintage shoujo, which can be tough to get through at times for the modern reader. I understand. The writing is good and it offers some light commentary on heavy topics like grown men flirting with and taking pictures of young people, communicating through DMs, and choosing to be in the friend zone in order to get closer to your crush. Good luck with that, Kisuki. Give this a shot. It's a unique and entertaining shoujo. 7 out of 10.